here.
It's fine, no one knows yet.
Oh, I just made it. I was running from the kitchen.
Scott's in a different room, doing something else. He had other places to be.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to Stay at Home Tennis with Joe and Scott. If you don't know the things you will need today, you need quite a lot today. You need 3 items, which you're going to be running around.
We're using tonic.
We're using tonic bottles. You need a towel. You need a racket and hopefully 2 tennis balls as well. So, as always, the things you need first are the 3 items. This is going to be our first activity. And because it is a Friday, we are mainly recapping stuff we have done across Monday to Thursday. But we're also changing a few things as well. Have a little bit of variety. Okay, so this
a wee bit of variety.
Is the first activity.
So we're going to start off with our 3-item shuttle runs. We did this either on Monday or Tuesday, we can't remember exactly, but it was to try and help practice your crossover steps. So what I'll do is I'll start here. I'm going to reach across, touch the first item and come back before I do a crossover step, get myself behind the second item, touch it and come back, and then finally all the way to the third. Okay, you should be able to vary the size of your crossover steps depending on the distance you're trying to cover. So as I'm now behind the furthest item, I've got to do a big crossover step to come back again, and then your little crossover to get to the first item, and vice versa for all of the rest. Everybody understand?
Super. I'm crystal clear.
Marvellous.
Is it clear as
Crystal
or clear as mud? Who knows? Right. Okay.
Scott's going to go first.
I'm going to go first. Can I have a little practice go?
Okay.
Okay. So a little step.
So everybody make sure you're having a go at this at home. The 3 items don't have to be ours. They can be anything you want. You can use 3 items, 3 socks, 3 rackets, 3 balls if you want.
Or cushions or whatever. Yeah,
absolutely
I'm ready.
Anything you want.
I'm ready.
Okay. Right. I charged on my watch beforehand, so I'm able to do my timers. 30 seconds, everybody. Your time starts now. So it's the whole set and back again. That counts as 1. So when Scott's done this one, I got back 1, and he goes again. And he goes all the way across, varying the size of those big crossover steps. That was 2 for him. Okay. You'll notice he's always got his hips forwards. He's not turning his hips to the side and running along, and then turning and running back. We're trying to keep our focus forwards down the court like you would in a tennis court. Right, and stop there.
Almost 4 there. Almost 4. I was trying to stay light on my feet as possible. Okay, so we'll get your breath back. See if you can beat my score. See if you can beat your previous score. Let's have a go. Sorry?
You don't have to do the talking immediately afterwards. I can do some talking. Okay, so it's round number 2 times. Scott, you've got the 30 seconds.
I've got the 30 second timer.
So Scott's in control, and I'm going to have the second go.
On your marks, get set, go! That's it. So start those varying degrees of crossover steps. You might have a tiny little step on the first one, and then you've got to gradually increase them. Notice how Joe is really explosive. He really pushes off his outer leg to get back to the starting position. Okay? You've got to stay nice and light on your feet. Try and not be static for too long. You've got to be able to change direction very, very quickly in tennis. And stop there. Whew.
I think I got 5 and 2/3.
5 and 2/3. Super. Let's see what scores we got. We got 8 from Jack. We got 5 from Finn. Hello, Finn. We got 9 from Marina. Well done. And Danny's on Team Scott. Yes, thank you.
You've lost already, Danny.
Thank you very much. Okay, right. So let us know your new score. See if you managed to beat your previous ones.
Gotta say, Jack, 8 is a very high score. Wait, someone says 9 there. Marina with 9.
Yeah.
Move those items further away from
good. Well done, Nina, who's on Team Scott as well. Rob is on Team Scott as well. Hello, Rob. Right, okay. Right, we're going to move the items out of the way.
Okay, well, we move on to number 2. The second thing, this is our balance exercise.
Yes.
You'll notice we always do a balance exercise. Who's going to do this?
Go on, you do the throwing to me. So I'm going to be on one leg. Now Joe's going to be throwing it out to my side, and so if he throws it out to this side, I've got to catch it with one hand and stay balanced. He's not doing it really close to me, but he's also not doing it really far away. I've got to be able to catch it and throw it back. And then he does it the other side. Ooh, got to keep your balance. See if you can do it with one hand. If you can't, that's fine. You can do it with two. But try and reach out and keep your balance. And see if you can do it. Oh, you see how Joe changed the height as well. Some might be high, some might be low. That's it. You may have to hop around a little bit to maintain your balance.
Okay.
Yeah?
If you don't have a partner, so obviously Scott and I do things in pairs normally here. If you don't have a partner, that's absolutely fine. You can do it against the wall. So I'm on one leg, throwing the ball, and still trying to catch in one hand. And I can vary the height a little bit, so I have to get down a bit lower. But I'm always trying to throw it from one side to the other.
Super.
Okay. I see someone's on Team Joe.
Someone's on Team Joe.
Team Joe passed that. That counts as 5 people.
They fell. Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of
I
in
added
the
an
household.
extra chance to go around.
Right, okay, go on. I'll do it first.
Okay, so every time the ball comes back to me.
I'll count.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
So, I'm doing it on one leg again. I do this every time. So every time Scott sends that ball back to me, so that it counts. Okay, I'm going to vary it a little bit for him, so he's got to try and move around a little bit. Oh, we're back behind him there. Trying to catch Scott out a bit. See what his balance is like. Okay, I'm going to move it a little bit further away from him now. So you test that reach as well.
Oh, I know.
Okay, it's fine. I've got it pretty quickly there. Not wasting any time.
And stop there. Managed to get 17 catches, even with dropping one as well. So let us know how you got on. Joe's going to do a little bit of a practice / demo again of how you should be doing it. The throw just needs to judge how to throw it. You know, not make it too easy, not make it too difficult. Okay, I think I'm making it a bit too easy for Joe, so I'm going to vary it up a little bit. They should be wobbling a little bit. Yeah, they shouldn't be. If they're super, you know, still like a statue, like that, that's too easy. Make them move. Make them stretch. Right. 30 more seconds. On your marks. Get set, go. So you count.
Okay, I'm counting.
So I'm going to vary it. Joe's quite tall, so I'm going to make him bend down. Might go back the same side as well. You don't have to always go the same side. They should be ready for anything. Ready for a forehand, ready for a backhand. That's it. If you find it difficult, you can catch with 2 hands, and your partner will throw it closer to you. Oh, really reaching up. See if you get it above your head. And stop there.
Oh, 17 as well.
17. Super. Let us know your scores. If you managed to beat us, did you beat your previous score? Did you beat your sibling? Did you beat your parent? Did you beat whoever else is in your household?
We're always keen to know who's doing it as well. So we know someone, for example, Jack and Bruno, we know that you're doing it. Finn, you're doing it. But is Finn doing it with a member of his family, or is Finn doing it on his own? Marina, are you doing it with your mum or your sister or your dad? How's it going? Who is everyone working with? We're always keen to find out. We assume that it's not always the same every day. Okay, so Scott's given me this one here because he wants me to do this one for the demo. So we changed the name of this one because it was confusing us earlier on. So this is alternating bouncing down. So I've got 2 balls, nice low ready position. I'm going to throw, bounce, and then change hands constantly. So I'm like this. Okay, and if I get lower, I can get a faster score like Scott did last time. He beat me in the week of this one. Okay, but what I'm trying to do is throw, catch, and then release the other one. It's not basketball. I'm not just trying to pat the ball straight down. I'm going to throw and catch. If you want to make this a little bit easier for yourself, you could throw and then catch with your palm facing upwards. So the ball falls down into your hand. That's a little bit easier than trying to catch with your palm down. So I could do it like this. You can see this makes it a little bit easier for me. Okay, and then I can try and go faster as well. It's up to you.
Cool. Hopefully you've been practicing that at home. We're going to start with our first 30-second challenge. Let's get down into those nice low ready positions. Okay, and 30 seconds starting now. While Joe's doing that, I'm going to have a look at some scores. 11 for Lucy. Finn made it hard. Did he now? Was he being mean? 15 for Bruno and Jack. It's just Annalise doing it. Well done, Annalise. Hello as well. Oh, thank you. We should be on the BBC. That's very nice. Right. Joe's got 5 seconds left. And everyone else at home, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. How many did you get?
69.
69. I can't remember how many I got last time.
I think I've got a good score though. I made a few mistakes as well, but I think I've got a good score there.
Okay, well on the Friday, you've got to try and remember what you got previous in the week to see if you can improve on your scores.
What do you think, everybody? How about we just get rid of the artwork of this wall? We have a big chart that we just draw on the wall. Jack and Bruno, 7, 8.
We could have an interactive whiteboard back there. You never know.
Oh, goodness, Jack! Stop beating me at everything. I'm trying my hardest here.
So it's like this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. I'm getting ready. There you go. I've got my practice in.
He's got his practice in. Right, we're going to start our next set of 30 seconds. Now, okay, so you can see Scott's staying nice and low. Scott's doing it the hard way with his palms down. Scott's not trying to make it easier for himself, but as we said before, that's absolutely fine if you want to. He made a mistake. Oh! He's made 2 mistakes. I don't think he made any mistakes during the week. Come on. I'm not that competitive, everybody. Although I am tempted to just kick his hand a little bit right now. See if that's going to force him to make a mistake. 2, 1, and stop there.
65.
Oh!
65. If I hadn't have dropped it, I would have won. Never mind.
All ifs and buts. I dropped it 3 times.
Well played. Okay, right. So on the next one, you just need 1 tennis ball, but you'll need your tennis racket. If you want, you don't actually have to use your tennis racket on this one.
So we did it in the week. I'm going to go without my racket, and Scott's going to go with the racket. I think we might have done the same way during the week.
This was our hand/racket and foot exercise. So what you have to do is you've got to kick it up with your foot first, and then send it with your racket or your hand. This is quite a tricky one. When you're tapping it up, try and tap it with the inside of your foot rather than doing a toe poke, because it might ricochet off into any direction.
Unless you've got extreme skills.
Okay.
Scott and I do not have
when you start it off, just throw it to your partner. Okay. You can do this against the wall as well. Okay. So you will throw it against the wall and then you'll start it off. So I'm just throwing it to Joe.
I'm going to control up and then hit back to Scott.
Oh, you've got to be careful on the first kick to hit up so that it doesn't go away from you, because otherwise you have to chase after the ball. Oh. There you go. Sorry, I ended up hitting Joe in the chest.
Watch out, I can do that.
So you get practicing that. Like I said, you can do it against the wall. Okay, you kick up and then hit. Okay, kick up and then hit. Okay, sorry, a bit of a difficult angle to do it there, but it is possible to do that against the wall.
If you want to do that against the wall and you want to make it even harder for yourself, you could try to vary the side. So you could try and control with one side, hit, and then the next time control with the other foot.
Oh, I like
so I'll use both sides of the body there.
I like it. Good progression there. Ready? 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, first person just starts it off. There we go.
Okay, so I'm counting.
Hit. So I'm getting better. Okay, you've got to really be careful with the first kick, not to get that ball to go really, really far. I think we're doing a better job. We've been practicing. Doing our tennis homework. Oh, I spoke too soon. So be nice and light. Be really precise with your foot. And stop there.
Oh.
How many did we get?
13.
Woo! Okay, I think that was a good score.
13 is a pair there.
We are going to see if we can beat it. We'll let you guys have time to let us know your scores. How did you find it? Were you against a partner? Were you against the wall? Okay, but yeah, our tip is just you've got to be really precise. Try and kick it on the way down as well, so that you've got plenty of time to do it, and then you're able to send it to your partner. You are working together, so you're not playing fetch on this one. What was this?
Yes, entirely impossible, which is why Scott and I just showed you 13 of them in a row.
If you've got, so it might be difficult if you're using a yellow ball. I know this is yellow, but this is actually a sponge ball. If you're using a full adult tennis ball, it might be quite difficult to control. So the slower the ball, the easier it will be. We recommend using sponge balls inside. Okay, right.
Thank you for the congratulations there for our 100 subscribers. We are very happy to be 100 subscribers now.
Oh yeah, super. Okay, right. So we're going to see if we can beat our score. We got how many? 13?
We got 13 last time.
Ready? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, and go.
So I know exactly what I'm going to try and do to make this a bit faster.
Yes, we're going to try and send it. Whoops. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't technically kick it then. Right, it's okay. We can make it up.
That's fine.
Make it up. That's it. Oh. It's probably a bit alien for tennis players to hit it straight away with your foot and then your racket. This is why we're doing it. It's good coordination practice. And stop there. Did we beat it?
I'm pretty sure we did, you know, Scott.
We got it.
Despite the mistake in
Woo! Fantastic.
Scott and I went a bit fast. We tried to take the ball out earlier. We didn't listen to one of the tips that Scott actually just gave everybody else, thinking, but I'm not going to repeat it. But we managed to find a way of making ourselves do it a little bit quicker. So we sent the ball back and forth a little bit quicker. It didn't waste as much time.
There we go. Right, next activity, okay. While you're typing your scores, we'll explain it. This one is called move, hit, crossover, split. This was one of the main activities we did. I think we did it on Tuesday, where we were combining the footwork and our swing. Aha, yes.
So we need one item for the floor. Scott's going to go put that over there by our window. That's going to be our recovery area.
That's the recovery item.
So Scott will always, if Scott's in this demo, Scott will always try to make sure he's recovering back onto the other side of that. He's not going to stay on this side in the big area here.
Joe,
So Scott, you grab the tennis racket.
I need the tennis racket. So one of you will need a racket, one of you will need a towel, okay? If you're on your own, the person who would have the racket actually would have the towel because that's just better resistance training, okay? So I'm going to start here. It's called move, hit, crossover, split because guess what I do? I move to the towel, I hit the towel. I'm very careful, conscious of Joe's hand. Okay, I make the towel do a loop-the-loop like that. So I move, hit, I do a crossover, and then split.
During this time, with the towel, I'm going to skip across in front of the camera.
Because on the next one, because I did that on the forehand side, now I'm going to move onto the backhand side, hit, okay, crossover, split. So I go forehand and then backhand. So I go, this is full speed, and then I do backhand, and then I do forehand. Whoops! Did you see that? I just did a loop-the-loop and he caught it. That was hilarious. There we go. So this player has to move to the side for safety reasons, otherwise I will literally hit it into Joe's head, okay?
Some of it's partly because I'm trying to get out of the way of the camera, otherwise I would just stand here all the time.
Yeah, and that's not a pretty sight, to be honest.
No, you don't really want to be staring entirely at me.
Especially if you're looking at that on your 45-inch television screen. Okay, so...
but the main reason that we move is because at the moment, if Scott's over there and he hits this, he's nowhere near my arm. But if Scott tries to run around and do a backhand...
I'm going to hit Joe. Okay, sorry, Joe.
It's fine. Which is why I move out of the way. So be aware of that if you are doing this in a pair as well. Make sure you move onto the other side.
If you're on your own, what you could do is I'm going to have a towel. You could actually have like a chair here, which you hit. So I'm going to...
This is Scott's chair.
So I'm going to move, hit the chair with the towel, crossover, split, and then I just get around it a little bit more, hit it, and then come back. Okay, so there's always an option for you to do either or. Right, let's give it a go.
Okay, to score a point, you must do both a forehand and a backhand in this activity. So forehand and backhand score a point.
Ready? Okay, on your marks, get set, and go. So move, hit, crossover, split. Move around, hit, crossover, split. So I've done one there. That's it. You've got to make sure that you really get around it on that backhand side. Because we're starting on the forehand. If you're a righty, I mean, you could be doing it. You could be doing it on this side. Right, I've done two there. So fast feet round the second one. Move, hit, crossover, split, and stop there. I think I got 4.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, 4.
4, right, and then we're going to change over. So Joe's going to have a go. I'm going to give Joe a practice. I also need to practice where I am on the thing. Still impossible. Was that referring to the kicking one? It's very tricky. Try it with a balloon. There you go. That's one activity you could do.
Yeah, if you've watched our lockdown challenges, we've done a few that have used balloons. We did recommend right early on that if you were going to be in lockdown for a while, perhaps invest in some balloons. Yeah, that can be really good for Henry as well because he's a bit younger than Finn.
Absolutely, a balloon is brilliant for activities like that because it will slow down and it will be much easier for you. Okay, right, no practice for Joe.
So I'm going to move, hit, crossover, split. Before I move again, hit, crossover, split.
We've got to work as a military operation here. Look at that. Cool. Right. Hopefully you're all prepared for your second go. Okay. Right. Joe will do the counting.
I'll do the counting. I managed to be entirely silent last time and have Scott do the counting
And
also
I know. I was multitasking. I'm getting better, guys. I'm getting better. 3, 2, 1, go! Hit, cross over, split. That's it. So remember, on that second one, you've got to move around it. It's really, really important. Hopefully you're working together as a team. The person with the towel and the person hitting. Be careful of the other person's hand. Aim for the bottom of the towel. And hopefully your feet are working as fast as Joe's are. You can hopefully hear them on the microphone. That's it. And stop there. Boom.
4.5.
Fantastic. Fantastic. We're going to move over the item now. So we're going to go on the other side. So this is now the recovery item. Go on, I'll get Joe to go straight away because he's warmed up. So he'll be doing it on the backhand side first, like so.
So the first thing I do is I will move across my backhand, hit, recover, split, and then I'm going to run around and play my forehand for the next one before I come back again. You'll notice, if you're really cool-eyed, that Scott's actually standing in a slightly different place this time.
Just so you can see.
And that's because we don't want Scott to stand right in front
Otherwise,
of the
I'll be there. So I recommend you moving much more. We're being very safe in order so you can see. Okay, right. 30 seconds. It's exactly the same drill, but on the other side now. Okay, on your marks, get set, go. That's it. That's it. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm out of the way each time. So it's move, hit, crossover, split. You're going to hear that phrase in your sleep if we keep repeating it enough. That's it. Your feet should be working really, really fast this time when you're going on forehand side. Move, hit, crossover, split. That's it. And then you can let us know your scores. We've only got a few seconds. Last one. And stop there. Very good. Joe is breathing hard.
I managed to smash my score that time. I was on 6.5.
Boom, that is fantastic. Let us know your scores. We'll give you a few seconds to breathe. Let me have a little practice go.
Give me a second to have a drink,
Okay.
I think.
I'm having a practice go without Joe being there.
Scott's trying to make sure he's doing his footwork prizes. That was
Yes.
a lot of this week.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you get around, you've got to have really, really fast feet like that, okay? And then push off, cross over, get back. This item's, telling you where you need to get back to. Okay, right. Next, I can see people are putting the scores in. Well done. Hopefully that's given you enough of a breather. You're going to change over. And 30 seconds, starting now. I'll do the counting.
Okay, so Scott does that push over, that crossover step back every single time before he takes back off again. So he's got right around that. And that's what we're looking at here is not just now your crossover step that we were doing early on in the week, but also your movement to get around a ball. If you're running around your backhand in order to hit a forehand, we sometimes do this. These have got funny names like inside out, inside in. That's what Scott's looking at doing.
And stop there. Time's up. I got 5.
Well done, Scott.
Woo!
Improvement for the Scott boy.
I really enjoy that one. I think it's a really good routine to get into because it really, really practices your footwork.
So also, if you watch tennis players, you see a lot. Roger Federer, for example, he's got a lovely backhand. He doesn't want to hit his backhand, though. Hit his backhand, but if he's got the opportunity to run over there and hit a forehand instead, that's what he's going to do.
Absolutely.
Useful to get into that.
That's what I like because you've got your sword and you've got your shield sometimes in tennis. So you want to use your weapon.
I like to think of it as my sword and my sword.
Exactly.
One's just more effective, the other one's a bit blunt.
Let's have a look at some scores. We like that one. Well done. Thank you, Lucy. 6 from Carolyn. Who was doing that one, Carolyn?
Message retracted. Good message.
Well done. 3.5 for Nina. Well done, Nina. We got 4 from Jack as well. Super. Some good scores. Well done. Hopefully you are finding that was, working you really, really hard on that one.
Okay. And now what we're going to move on to now is in fact, I think that, did we do this yesterday or did we do this on Thursday?
We did do this yesterday.
Yesterday
was Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is where I use that fancy word differentiation, if you were here yesterday. And so what we're going to do here is get Scott to practice doing a small swing and then follow it with movement and a much larger, faster swing. but he's got to then demonstrate control again before he moves on to a much larger swing. So we'll show you what that looks like. We're doing this in pairs. I'm going to throw the ball to Scott, and he's going to volley it back to me, nice and soft, before he moves his feet and does a shadow swing.
Sorry, that was very, I'll do that much better actually. Sorry. Okay. So I do that, fast beat, swing. Okay. Then I do volley, fast beat, swing.
Okay, Scott's nowhere near hitting me here. I'm very, very safe, even though his racket's going incredibly fast. It's making a good whoosh noise. I don't know if you can hear it. Keep hold of that racket nice and tight, Scott, or it's going to kill me and someone in Streatham High Road.
So obviously the second shot is not actually me hitting the ball. So this is, as Joe said, we're differentiating the swing shape. We're being really gentle on the volley and then doing a shadow swing. So let's start it.
Absolutely. As a thrower, you're always going to try and throw the ball generally down the middle, kind of slightly onto one side. I don't throw it really far away from Scott's forehand, and then it's up to Scott after he does his volley to move his feet around so that he can set up for that forehand or backhand, whatever side he's doing next.
You can do this against the wall as well. Obviously, you can't whack the ball against the wall. You can do a short swing against the wall, catch the ball, then do a shadow swing. Backhand volley against the wall, then do a shadow swing. Okay? Right. 30 seconds. Starting now.
Okay, so he does a shadow swing. That's one. So that's now two. So it's every time you've completed the set. So the volley followed by your shadow swing. So you can see Scott doing that. He's moving his feet nice and fast. Oh, that one came up fast. Not great differentiation there. Nice and slow, then fast. Perfect. Giving Scott a little coaching lesson here in the middle of this tennis lesson that we're giving everyone else. Okay.
And stop there.
He's looking worn out there. He's
I
working
like
very
that.
hard.
I really, really like that one. Okay, sorry, Joe.
That's all right.
I tell you what, let's actually stay there because you'll have more space.
Joe, I think maybe we did this the other way around.
Yeah. Okay, I got 13 on that one. Let us know your scores. Hopefully, you on the swing, providing you've got enough space and you're safe to really, really go for it. Yeah, you're meant to be trying to, work as hard as possible. Find your limits.
What I don't recommend though is doing an enormous backswing.
Yeah.
There's no need to make your swing go really big back here. You can do a small swing here and then go fast to your shoulder. A small swing just next to me and then fast to your shoulder.
You should be able to hear it. We want to hear that whoosh as we were talking about yesterday.
Okay. Right, I'm ready. What did you get again?
13.
13. Okay, that's my score. That's my target.
It's going to be counting. 3, 2, 1, go. So it's volley and then whoosh. Volley, whoosh. I want you to be able to hear your racket. If your racket doesn't make a sound, you need to make sure it goes quicker, providing you are safe. Okay, don't want lampshades being destroyed. Okay, or TVs being broken. Be careful, guys. If you feel that you can't do it safely, then obviously be careful and slow it down a little bit, or you could use a towel. That's it. And stop there. How many did you get?
12.
Woo! Guess who was the winner?
Do you know what?
Team Scott.
I reckon there was a winner because he throws it so rooming slowly.
Right, okay, speaking of slow, we're going to do our pendulum kicks now. Okay, so let us know your scores. We'll be explaining the final challenge. If you've joined us all throughout the week, you will know what it is. And it is
the pendulum kicks. So for this one, what we do is set ourselves up, put the ball down on the floor. It's going to stay on the floor, and we're just going to gently kick the ball between our feet, counting every single time you kick the ball. Okay?
We've done this every day this week. Don't worry, you will not be doing this next week if you're sick of this one. I improved my score.
You did indeed.
I think I got 55.
I did improve my score yesterday. I remember that.
Yes, I did get 55. It was a big improvement. So hopefully you remember your score from yesterday. If not, you can always go back onto yesterday's video and see the live chat. Put your tennis balls on the floor. Have a little practice go. We've got time to have a practice go. Okay, you just got to make sure that you're doing it under control. You don't want it to go flying off in different directions. Okay, ready? And 30 seconds. Right, 55 to beat. Come on, Scott. Come on. 3, 2, 1, and go. We're going to be silent now.
Catch my ball.
And it's got there. Oh, I got 55 again. I blame Joe. He sabotaged me.
I sabotaged myself at the same time.
Oh, at least, well, there you go. I didn't beat yesterday's score, so clearly that was maybe my limit. I don't know. So I got 55.
I got 67, which was better than yesterday, but I don't think it was better than the rest of the week. I think maybe 67 was the top that I got, and I'm sure I can do better. I'm going to be practicing that.
There you go. Well, if you didn't beat your score, then get practicing it. Doesn't matter if you don't, do it under the pressure of live YouTube. Doesn't matter. Okay, right. You can let us know your scores while we give a very super quick recap of everything we did. We started with our 3-item shuttle run, practicing our crossover steps.
Then we moved on to balance and catch, so in pairs. We were trying to catch all over the place, weren't we?
All over the place. And then we did the alternating bounce one, which was very, very good. I love that one.
Before we moved on to Lucy and Finn's favourite exercise, which was the control with your foot, then hits with your racket or your hand back to your partner.
Then I think their favourite one, I can't remember, someone else said it was their favourite, was move, hit, crossover, split, which we did on both sides.
And then we moved on to our differentiation exercise, controlling your volley before swinging a big swing.
And you'll be pleased to know we'll never do the pendulum kicks again, at least for next week anyway. Can't make any promises.
Until you come back to the tennis club.
Yeah, exactly. So we hope you've enjoyed this week. It's been fantastic. Hopefully you get to enjoy the nice weather at some point. And we hope to see you on Monday at 4 p.m. One final thing, if you would like to buy us, me and Joe, a coffee, you can do that on the link below in our description. Have a fantastic time, guys, and we will see you live on YouTube Monday at 4 o'clock.
We'll be filming our lockdown challenge after this, so have a look on Instagram.
Absolutely.
For that.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I hope someone loved the pendulum kicks up. Well, you can practice that in your own time, though. Bye, guys.